grasping it. The real question to be asked, where have I been? I'm a shapeshifter at post masquerade, hiding both face and mind, all free for you to draw. I'm a shapeshifter. What else should I be? Please don't take off my mask, revealing dark. Moments of calm, nothing left to be found. A mirror right in front of me, that's where I found an empty glass, reflecting that's a truth. It's telling words not to be told. I need that mask. I'm a shapeshifter at post masquerade, hiding both face and mind, all free for you to draw. I'm a shapeshifter, chained down to my core. Please don't take off my mask, my place to hide. I can't tell you how to see me. Just a cage of bones. There's nothing inside. Will it unleash me, burning down the walls? Is there a way for me to break? I'm a shapeshifter at post masquerade, hiding both face and mind, all free for you to draw. I'm a shapeshifter, have no face to show. Please don't take off my mask, my disguise.
Hello. I am in the middle of queuing up. And it's not even full screen. That little black bar down there will fix itself once I actually get in and fix it. I gotta turn the volume up a little, damn. But hello, welcome. I am existing, I think. Fun things happening. It's a holiday here in the US, so that's fun. No work. My tummy decided to kill itself and have an actual stomach ache, not just like a, oh, my tummy's a little upset. It's like, ah, I'm dying. But it figured itself out, question mark? I haven't played in a couple of days because I was playing Cyberpunk, but I was doing something at my house apparently. I don't know what though. Cause I'm pretty sure the last thing I did was last week's stream. Irrelevant. Let's go. Thank God I have 19 tickets. I need to go get more. I'm teaching a new group of kids. Found out all their names are pretty wild. Like, there's just some crazy names that you would expect from what I'm about to say. Because I had to figure it out. I was like, who are these parents, right? And I was like, oh, I know how old they are because they're about my age or a little bit older. And I'm like, these are the girlies who were on Tumblr in 2010. It makes so much sense why these names are like this. They're so fucking extra. So that was fun for the last 2 days. It wasn't fun. I don't like this group. I want to go back to my old kids. Playing Cyberpunk, finished the DLC. I have a new infatuation for Johnny Silverhand for some reason. It just kind of like spontaneously happened. I'm like, I already like the character, but then it was like, oh. The DLC does such a good job with him. He's just a little cute little guy who's got psychotic issues and bashes your head in on sight. It's a problem. Anyway, this game, let's see, what do? We hung out with the sad old men. Now we're gonna go hang out with the sad children and the cat people. We're gonna get some shoes. Hell yeah. Ooh, I'm into this music. Alright. That's some chill ass music. Like I'm playing a visual novel or something. I don't know. Alright. Hope it's not too loud on the stream. Oh, Kryle's voice. Oh, shit. An unsettling change has come over Charlian, but together we will divine the what the fuck? Divine the underlying cause for the form's callousness. I need to turn this down in my ear. I can't hear myself. As I mentioned before, however, questioning the counselors directly is fruitless. It's a fruitless endeavor. They seem to have already come to the consensus as to what and how little they are willing to divulge. I think she's being a little too proper for Kryle. Oops. Which is why I began scouring Charlian's archive of historical records for a hint of a connection to the final days. Suffice to say, the progress has been slow. There are only so many dusty pages I can skim in a day. But now that I have this band of willing reinforcements, the search should proceed all that swifter. Let us reconvene outside Numenon, shall we? Exit the annex to the right, and you'll find the archives in the western edge of the woods. Kryle just walked right through me. Y'all like my fit? It is, half of it is the PvP stuff, and the other half is the Fall Guys stuff. Cause I didn't like the Fall Guys shoes, in the pants together, cause you could see a gap of your ankle with no socks, and I'm like, boy don't wear socks with his shoes? So we picked out the shoes from the PvP, and then I was like, well, I want something for my hands, so I picked the gloves from PvP because they match the gold. Also, the hoodie, it glows in the back, which is cool. I don't know, I just like it. I just think it's neat. Alright, what's our lowest level? I know it's not Dancer. Dancer's 89. It's actually Monk. Okay. It's 85. Everything else is 86, so that's what we're gonna go with. I am going the wrong way. I am going the wrong way, right? No, I'm going the... Wait. Oh, do I have to go up the stairs and then... Yes, okay. I get it. I understand the assignment. There's Gryle. Oh no, I did get on after stream, not that same day, because my roommate asked me to unlock the FC house so she could have someone look at it. And I was like, save my room for last because it's the best room in the house. That's what happened. I was like, when did I last get on? I cannot remember. My directions were easy enough to follow, I hope. In any case, you stand before the doors of Numenon, Charlotte. I can't move this. If I click, it goes away. Nah, fuck! I was like, maybe if I right click. We're off to such a great start. This building is actually only an entrance, and the one of many that, for the archives of Numenon, extend deep beneath the surface, like the roots of a tree. I'm gonna open this drink, hold up. The vast halls of the great Gubal Library pale in comparison to Numenon's endless maze of subterranean chambers. Any citizen of Charlian is free to enter and peruse the shelves. Well, most of its shelves. Only Archons are afforded access to certain restricted vaults. I've dispatched Stola and Raha to investigate those. Meanwhile, Alize and Alphino will help me continue my search through the stacks open to the general public. Your status presents more of a problem, as non-citizens are only permitted to browse the first floor here at the entrance. Even so, there should be a number of books which touch upon Charlian's history and forum policy. Your task will be to find and study any relevant publications. I promise you, a working knowledge of those subjects will make it far easier to spot the sort of clues we're looking for. Let us be about it, shall we? I've told the others to meet us at the stone benches over there once they found some promising tomes. Happy reading. Oh no! The illiterates are being forced to read! This is a fucking travesty. This is a fucking crime. Is that a mammoth? Yes. I was like, it'd be really weird if it was a... Nagalia. A faded title on the spine reads Stewards of Wisdom. Read it? Yes. During the chaos of the Sixth Umbral Calamity, Archon Neomkurf, founder of Charlian, bore witness to the madness and savagery of men brought to the brink of despair. Upon raising a settlement on an island in the northern empty, he instructed his people thus: renounce the ways of war and pursue enlightenment through knowledge and reason. Okay, that's why they don't get involved in war. The Charlians took to heart the words of their savior and thenceforth served as stewards of wisdom. Upon the foundation of accumulated learning, they built a homeland unlike any other, a nation born from strength of minds rather than strength of arms. Then, with knowledge of economics came shrewd trading. With knowledge of agriculture came bountiful crops. Engineering brought wells and sewers, ending squabbles over water. Wealth of expertise could be bartered for wealth of coin, and the more their wisdom spread throughout the world, the more mankind as a whole would thrive. So why did they lock it away then? They hate mankind or some shit? And so it was that no matter the trials and tribulations of the age, the citizens of Charlian would live by their founder's teaching. For the sake of a better tomorrow, for the sake of a brighter star, they would enshrine the tools of war, and with knowledge deliver the world. I see. And by deliver it, you mean to the flames of hell. Because you would damn us all by not intervening in any sense. Forever 20 summers? I don't know. Let's read it anyways. I think this is a good one. My beloved seekers of knowledge, have you ever put learning before your health, then neglected to feed the rest of your body as you should? I, too, once engaged in such foolish practices, but one night, engrossed in philosophical study, I had an epiphany. For all the world's mysteries that drive us to reckless abandon, we have so very few years of life in which to achieve our goals. Thus do I share with you this mantra: I am forever 20 summers young. The number itself is unimportant, but you could be 19 or 23 or 40, whatever age you are when you discover this manual. Let that be the age you aspire to remain. Through mindful, healthy living, you will extend the time available to spend upon the chosen research. Another day, another moon, another summer to grasp the greater truths you pursue. Wow, someone should tell you stole it and stop using her site like that then. I should give this book to her. In the pages to follow, we will explore the secrets of maintaining one's physical condition from a biological, ethological, and arcane viewpoint. The book is on the wrong subject. Search for Don't tell me what to do! You're not my mom! You're not my dad! Introduction to the Heavens? Have you ever... Why are these two books, like, very, like, personal and asking the viewer shit instead of just being like, things? Have you ever gazed in the skies above and contemplated the mysteries contained therein? I speak not of shifting cloud patterns, but of the vastness beyond, of the sun and the twinkling tapestry of the night. Some think the dome above us is to be a finite space. We all know the moon came from space. What are we talking about? Yet amongst the leading thinkers of our age, one scholar's depiction of the boundless sea of stars has firmly taken root. Alas, the heavenly sea remains an unreachable, unknowable destination. Then how did they talk to the moon? For Bahamut. They did something to the moon to release that bitch. Did you just think the moon is painted on the dome? Called the sky? There are few indeed who can explain in satisfactory detail why our own star is believed to revolve around the sun. It do, unless this is different. It was the technologist of Alag who came closest to understand the laws in which govern our starry abyss. I'm sorry, it did not take all the technology of Alag in our modern world to understand that the Earth does not revolve around the sun. In fact, we were pretty primitive compared to now when we found that out. So why the fuck are these guys so stupid? Why are these guys so stupid? Wait. I don't know when it happened, but we figured it out. Alag is very, like, technologically advanced, even by our standards. Some of the shit they're doing, I'm like, whoa, that's crazy. You made literal mountains float. We can't do that in our world. So, you know, how come they could barely figure this shit out? The shit we, dumb, unmagical humans, figured out. It was they who launched Dalamud. Oh, Dalamud isn't a real moon. It was a launched rock. Ain't good enough. And sought to I forgot about that fact. I thought we just had 2 moons and one of them's gone now. And sought to expand beyond our earthbound existence. Having read that of their ancient ambitions, I wonder, has your interest in this field of study waxed or waned? What if I were to tell you the eternal constellations were arranged differently in a distant past, and their position continued to shift almost I don't know, but measurably as we journey into the future? Would it shock you to learn that the stars drift further and further apart, and may indeed do so forever? Ah, the ever-expansive space! Are you eager to learn more? Wrong subject. Yeah, I don't care though. I'm having fun. The game's like, how dare you read all this shit and think you're being smart? How dare you think I'm dumb? The voice of a growing city, that's probably right. In the years which followed the founding of Charlian, civic policy and other matters of import were decided at the... Sorry, I had to scratch my nose. Escalesia? A public forum of which every citizen was eligible to speak. Ah, a true democracy. Or if it was voting. Anyway. As the city's population grew, however, you're telling me this small-ass city, no offense, has like a gazillion people and that's why they need 100 representatives? Or 99? 99's a lot for, you know, old English standards. Anyway, as the city's population grew, however, the format became increasingly impractical. The larger number of participants gave rise to even longer debates, resulting in significant delays of vital resolution. Various measures were introduced in the attempt to curtail protracted discussions, but in the year 201 of the 6th Astral Era, it was ultimately decreed that Charlene would transition— Fuck! Oh, that works. Transition to a new form of governance. But when I let go, it did just do that. The nation would now be led by a body of 99 members, citizens chosen from amongst their peers by means of nationwide vote. How big is Charlene? Thus was the form we know it today, conceived and created. Okay. Granville. Y'all's names are dumb. I'm just gonna let you know. Okay. I like to click on it. The title is Roads of Old, the Colony. No, hold on. I want to read all the books, so... Maybe the colony. Many years ago, the banks of Thalik of the Dravanian hinterlands, a Charlene colony once thrived. The settlement was originally established as a mere outpost to study the ethereal sea in the year 1311 of the 6th Astral Era. Ah! What fucking year is it? Scholars dispatched to Eorzea found the facilities wanting, and their demands encouraged a gradual expansion of the structures and services. As rumors spread of a growing community of academics, the area was further inundated with Eorzean students hoping to share in the renowned wisdom of the Charlians. 50 years later, the Forum passed a motion to recognize what had become a flourishing town as an official Charlian colony. Eorzean residents took to the calling of the colony itself Charlian, which led no small amount of confusion when discussion turned to the subject of the motherland. In response, some Charlian inhabitants, if pressed for a name, would simply refer to it as Emporium. Following the Exodus, however, goblins and treasure hunters claimed for themselves a corner of the abandoned colony and gave it yet another name, Idyllshire. The following chapters go on to introduce the most potent features of Idyllshire. The book does not appear to contain... Okay. Long, long ago, on an island in the northern sea, there lived a Rogadan man by the name of Neon Kerf. Neon Kerf was a student of astrology, and he divined that the flood of terrifying proportions would soon sweep over the lands of Eorzea. So it was that he built a gigantic ship. Alright, Noah. Assembled a crew and set sail for that imperiled realm. Wait, why is that still there? Oh, I guess they're just still there. The flood arrived as foretold, and to their horror, the strangely churning waters drove the people towards the ocean. It was there, however, that Nymph Kerf's crew hauled them aboard his ark. But the danger had not passed. A towering wave approached, threatening to smash the vessel to pieces. With only moments to spare, Neon Curve wove a mighty spell of teleportation and shifted the entire ship to safety atop... Oh! Abalathia's spine. Is that... Refugees from the surrounding regions huddled there alongside them, but it was not long before disputes over the dwindling supply of food led to violence and bloodshed. Saddened by the sight, Neon Curve gathered to him his crew and his grateful passengers and abandoned the Ark to those reddened peaks. They journeyed to the coast where they built a new ship intent upon returning to the Northern Sea. They landed on the beach of an island and settled upon that very spot. That settlement prospered and grew, and in time became the city of Charlian, we live in to this day. You have gained fundamental understanding of Charlian history and the foundation of the Forum. Head outside to rendezvous. Let's go. Okay, so is that the ship that's in Alamigo? That's on top of the mountain? I want to say it is. Oh, it's not voiced, okay. Sorry, were you waiting long? That's not her voice. Holy crap. I wanted to make sure I borrowed at least a few promising volumes. Alphino and Kryl should be along shortly. I was delayed in a similar fashion. As far as I could see, no titles in the Archon stacks mentioned the final day specifically. So we had no choice but to start with the tangentially relevant tomes, if they were even that. At present, the plan was to skim through as quickly as we dare, and share our discoveries as we make them. It would have been nice to invite everyone to the estate. Plenty of comfortable places to read, and a ready supply of hot tea. Oh, I was already quite fond of reading outside. But it's not about the little pleasures, is it? You miss your home. It's been difficult. After our arrival, we managed to speak with one of the family servants and ask how things were. It seems our dear father has instructed the staff that even if Alphino and I were to return to Charlian, we were not to be allowed to cross the threshold. A harsh measure, indeed. I hope that our efforts to understand his position and that of the Forum will perhaps lead to a reconciliation. Well, we'll mend this rift one day, I'm certain of it. And what of you, Graha? Have you been to visit your family, or do they not live here in the city? Oh, well, my situation is also somewhat complicated. I was raised in Charlian, yes, but I was born rather further away. In the southern reaches of Ilzabar. In fact, for generations my people have dwelt in Corvos, the coastal region opposite of the island of Thavnir. That place is hard for me to say. The Alligans founded a city in that fertile land, and by ship brought its subjugated tribes of Makote to serve as laborers. Of course, the massive earthquakes of the Fourth Umbral Calamity brought an end to the Empire's reign, and when the Fifth Calamity froze the sea solid, many of the tribes still living in Corvos braved the journey back to Eorzea. My ancestors, however, chose to remain, that they might prevent the remnants of Allagan technology to be misused. Isn't Corvo under Garlean rule? For the past 50 years, yes. Some semblance of local culture remains, as is the case for most imperial provinces, but Garlemald remained the Legion's locus amonis. When I was a boy, a nearby town came under the jurisdiction of the illustrious imperial family, the nobles of House Darnus. Is that the white? That's the White Eagle, or something. House Darnus demonstrated a singular interest in elegant civilization. Sorry, I cannot fucking speak today. It's like my mouth is full of cotton. And so, my tribe was forced to consider a plan of action. For some time already, voices had been raised in favor of abandoning our ancient customs. After all, the elegant eye no longer passed to our eldest children was reliably as it once had. Fear of discovery eventually tipped the scales. And the decision was made to bury our ties to the knowledge and traditions of Alag. As the last child born with the elegant eye, I was given over to the custody of friends of the students of Beldesion, who had me registered as a Charlian citizen. I'd never even considered. Forgive me. It was an unkind question. Even Thancred was taken in by Archon Louis Sois, was he not? Stories of adopted waifs and rescued orphans are more common among Charlians than you might think. Yet, regardless of our origin, we are all provided with equal opportunity to learn, and with sufficient what the fuck? We don't know. Precipitancy? We outsiders can even earn the vaulted title of Archon. That's exactly why I have such love for this country, and why I wish to remain a nation. Why I wish it to remain a nation in which its citizens can be proud. Hear, hear. Another good reason to get to the bottom of the forum's stubbornness. Aside from the trifling matter of our impending doom. Excuse us while we try to make some headway into these books, Mivlo. More company should be arriving any moment now. Oh, so they're gonna go, and I'm gonna just hang here. Oh, they're right there. Aww. Okay, so we get to know where Grahatia is from. And poor Alice can't make headway to her family, which is upsetting. We've returned with our selections, although I must say that I must say, no, he's not that snob. Well, he's a snob, but not that snobby. The pickings were quite slim indeed. Mistress Kryle had already flicked through every history book devoted to disasters, more than a few, which barely made mention of them. As such, we will be looking into research papers on the Umbral calamities, as well as articles written by prominent Forum members. Perhaps their knowledge of the final days comes at an unexpected source. Speaking of which, might I ask you a few questions related to the final days? I'm the only one who didn't witness the events of Amarant firsthand, and fear I may be overlooking critical details. Sure. My thanks. Now, where to begin? First things first, what kind of phenomenon did the ancients encounter as the final days drew nigh? A complete destabilization of creation magics, primals of I think it's that one, yeah? Okay, good. Alphino's gonna be like, yes, no, what do you mean on me? That's good, because what if I click the wrong thing? I want to be wrong. Yes, the unfolding catastrophe wrought havoc of all manner of life. The chaos extended to the ancients themselves, causing their powers of creation to spiral out of control. Fear and despair manifested in terrible, tangible fashions. Meteors raining from the sky, fires erupting from the ground, indescribable abominations prowling in the streets. The more or less that more or less aligns with my understanding. If only the arts of creation had survived until the present day, we might have had something substantial to analyze. To the best of our knowledge, however, these techniques were not preserved or passed on. Y'shtola summarizes that the closest known magic is that of summoning rituals promulgated by the Asians. That's a stupid word. Was there aught else of note which heralded the approach of the final days? Shit. I don't remember. I don't think it happened at once. Maybe? Okay, cool. Yes, the Amarantines spoke of it, didn't they? We never did hear this sound ourselves, of course, thus as we were into the midst of the madness. But it seems that each and every one of the catastrophes was preceded by an ominous noise. Eventually, it resounded across all the star, and not even Amarat was spared. So the ground was crying out, you say? To be considered a harbinger of doom. It must have been quite distinctive, and probably quite loud. I actually want to know what it sounds like. I'll have to speak with one of the Nomenon's mammoths and ask after any books which make mention of a sound. Last but not least, would you describe how the ancients sought to quell the unprecedented calamity? What definitive action did they take? Well, they summoned Zodiac. Yes, with Elidibus serving as his heart, so many gave themselves in sacrifice to bring him into being. We do not know exactly how Zodiac brought salvation to the star, only that his godlike will were the laws of nature set aright. That's a weird sentence. Then, once the balance was redressed, the ancients offered up a further sacrifice to heal the ravages of the final days. Life sprouted anew, and it was like these fledgling souls they intended to render onto Zodiac a trade would allow them to resurrect the shades of loved ones absorbed by the primal. Or might have, had Venat and her followers not manifested the opposition in the form of Heidelin. Thank you, both of you, for the details for a detailed review. I feel much more confident now in my understanding of the events. Ooh, boy, I can't read. With all that freshly in mind, it does make me wonder what the Telephoroi truly mean when they speak to bring back the final days. We've seen what they're doing with the towers of theirs is forcing people to summon primals a kind of catalyst, or are they attempting to mirror the conditions caused by unstable creation magics? Or are they simply using the final days as a figure of speech? A convenient metaphor for the scale of destruction they plan to unleash. But this is all pointless conjecture at this stage. Let us return our attention to the forum, shall we? We should keep an eye out for Y'shtola, but it is time we began studying these research papers. She never comes out. It's a long wait bar. Yastola, hi. You're probably easy to voice. I'm the last, am I? Well, my extended research of the Archon stacks produced one or two possibly useful books. But I wouldn't get your hopes up. If you recall, Urianger learned of the source's reflection from the Guran oracles. For its potential to cause panic and confusion, that tome was deemed it was banned, and was sealed away in the Great Gubo Library. 'Tis even less likely the knowledge of the unsundered world, not to mention the horrors of the final days, would be left sitting on a shelf for any curious scholar to find. It stands to reason that my colleagues, be they archons or counselors, should perforce be largely ignorant to the subject. Yet when you confronted Master Fortuno with the knowledge of the Telepheroi, their amalgamations, he scoffed at the suggestion that they posed a threat. He seemed adamant that the form would know if the final days were truly upon us, which only supports the conclusion that whatever privileged wisdom is guiding the form's behavior is being kept secret from the rest of the nation. Not that I mean to excuse myself from reading duty. Whether they contain mention of the final days or no, these books could yet hold something of value. You weren't thinking of leaving, were you? There's plenty of work for everyone. I'm illiterate! I'm very stupid! Why would Yastola do this to me? Anyway. You labor for what feels like ages as Yastola's research assistant. I couldn't possibly read another word. Oh dear, you look exhausted. But what of your studies? Were you able to find any books on the subjects as I mentioned? Then the day was well spent. Should you wish to read them again, the mom at the reference desk will point you in the right direction. For the moment, though, I suggest you take a well-deserved rest. We might be occupied with our research for quite some time. Thank you. Alice. Yeah, you want to ditch these nerds, Alice? Ready for a tea break, Mevlo? I know I am. Honestly, my neck and shoulders are going to calcify if I don't stretch my legs and walk around for a bit. You know the last stand down at the harbor, don't you? Come and meet me near the outside tables. I'll treat you to their coffee. It's quite good. Yeah, let's ditch these losers. Fucking nerds. Let's get out of here. Bye, nerds. Woo! Just like sees them jump off a cliff just to get away from reading. Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Look at these nerds! They're all reading! Except that guy. He's just watching them. Oh, these two are watching them read. I want the cross-leg emote. I have to, like, spread my legs when I sit for... like, I'm just saying. Or they cross at, like, the bottom where the ankles are, which... Okay, let's not jump off this cliff. Fuck. Okay. I don't even know if it'll let me, will it? No, it doesn't let you jump off the cliff. Just like that other cliff in Yulmore, fucking stupid. I want to jump off that cliff so bad because it's so big. They don't let you. Oh, I guess... I don't know. As busy as ever, I see. How very Charlian of that no other gourmet cafe has sprung up sprung up to compete for customers. Actually, this crowd gives me an idea. Before we place an order, why don't we ask a few questions and gauge the mood of the city? I'm interested to hear what the average citizen has to say about the Telephroi. We might even learn something new. Worth a try, don't you think? Alizank! Accompany me! I love this mechanic. Yeah! We're a party! What's up, fucker? What? What's this? Can a man enjoy a moment of private respite? If you're looking to share a table, I respectfully request you look elsewhere. You misunderstand me, sir. We were simply wondering if you knew of the Telephroi, the enemies of peace that have promised to end the world as we hold dear and... Wait, you're that House Louvier girl, aren't you? And this man with you is obviously a foreigner? Humph. I've heard that you were disowned for helping outsiders indulge in barbaric whims, and here you were giving truth to a rumor. I thank you to leave me be, and not be said to the likes of you. Oh, God. Well, I must apologize. It was foolish of me to expect an ounce of civility from one so enlightened. Come, Mevlo. Don't talk to her like that. I'll fucking kick your ass. Piece of shit. Yes, I don't believe I've had the pleasure. Pray excuse our interruption, but we were hoping you might share your thoughts on the Telephroi and their insatiable plans. I don't know how to say it. My goodness. Well, if it isn't the young Miss Louvier. My apologies, but I work in the offices of the Forum, and if words reach Master... I always forget how to say his name! Fortuno, I was helping you. I see. Well, sorry to have bothered you. At least she was polite about it. That other guy? Throw him in the ocean. Welcome, sir. What can I offer you today? Wait, is that Mistress Alize I see there? My word, how long has it been? Far too long? Meet Dickon. That's a fucking name. The owner of the Last Stand. I used to frequent his cafe on occasion, in between lessons at the studium. That seems like an age ago now. I remember hearing that you and Master Alphino set sail for Eorzea, but then never came back. Lately there's been gossip that your father's disowning the pair of you. Everything alright at home? My father's a fucking prat. It's complicated. And I hadn't expected complete strangers to be familiar with our situation so quickly. Everyone has an opinion, it seems. Well, it is House Louvier. No matter how discreet Master Fortuno may have been, news of your family's doings never stays secret for long. Things being what they are, what brings you back to the city now of all times? We have questions, and only Charlian has answers. Tell me, Master Dickon, have you heard anything about the apocalypse called the Final Days? What, like the end of the world? Nothing like that, I'm afraid. And that's what you're here to find? Information on this apocalypse? Yes, whatever it is we can learn. Unfortunately, your patrons appear to be unwilling to speak with me. I wish there was more I could do to help. But maybe there is. You're a visitor to Charlian, aren't you? Yep, I'm new. Then few will know your face. We should be able to pass you off as a server, with none the wiser. Oh my god, I'm gonna go play, I don't know, some game that makes me a waiter. I don't play any of them, so I don't know. We just finished preparing a few orders. Strike up some friendly conversation while you're settling down the food, and you might get the answers you're looking for. Not a bad idea, I hate to ask, but what do you think? I don't mind. That's the spirit. Pay attention now, I'll explain where each of these dishes need to go. Tea is set for a chatty group sitting on the water's edge. The omelette is for one of our regulars, a Highlander by the name of Gilsa. Okay, tea goes to the water's edge group. Omelette goes to a human sitting outside table with a friend of hers. Behind them, you should see a Makote gentleman. He ordered oven-baked lobster. Okay. Chatty group gets the tea. Excuse me, sis. Oh, my tea set. Thank you. The Telefa who? I'm sorry, I've never heard of them in their final days. My friend and I are somewhat uninformed when it comes to current events. Now, if you wanted to hear about a ritual arcane practices of the 6th astral era, common or esoteric? I've never seen that word written. Then I'd be happy to talk your ear off. Oh, finally, 2, 4, 6, 8, let's dig in, there's no time to waste. Have you ever heard of the telephone in the final days? Telephoroi. I've learned how to say it because I watched so much of it, of previous cutscenes on my friend's account. So I finally learned how to say it. What? The Telephoroi? Unless it's not how you say it and I'm being very stupid, I don't know. Yes, I remember seeing their name in the latest Gazette. That and some grand claim of the end days? Some same old senseless warmongering. When will these fools grow tired of spilling each other's blood? Best stay out of it, I say. Forum's made the right choice, and I fully support our decision to remain neutral. Yeah, well, it's not your friends dying, so... Alas, an oven-baked lobster is mine. You have no idea how I've been waiting to blah 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 blah. I don't care. Tell me about the Telephoroi. Final days? This is the first I've heard of it. Although, that would explain why my friend has been rushed off his feet. It must be a busy time to be a gleaner. You don't know what a gleaner is? They're collectors of sort? Travel the world procuring things we haven't got here in Shaolin. Priceless books, unusual life specimens, and so forth. So named for these folk who trill after the reapers in the fields, picking up every grain which was missed. By all accounts, gleaning is a most meticulous and demanding profession. If these Telephoroi make good on their audacious threats, then many uncatalogued rarities may be lost forever. Why else would the gleaners seem buzzing about with such frenzy? Watch the harbor, and you'll see what I mean. They're carting loads in from the docks all day. It's never been this hectic before, not like this. So, yeah, they definitely know something. Any trouble with the customers? Were you able to get anyone talking? Yeah, like 2 people. Interesting. They seem unaware of the final days, aside from whatever vague news the gazettes are printing. Even Dickon had nothing to offer, and he's the best source of gossip in the city. If the Forum does have secret knowledge, then they've done an impressive job ensuring no one whispers it in the wrong ear. In any case, thank you for playing the part as so well. Here, a cup of coffee, as I promised. I wanted to drink it. But let us enjoy our drinks somewhere else, shall we? Maybe behind the hairstyle? Away from the gossips and the wagging tongues. Sure. These guys are a bunch of... Ugh, I hate this type of people. Yes, this should do nicely. Out of the wind and out of sight. Okay. Oh, we gotta hang our legs!
When our father disowned us, I couldn't believe what I was hearing. It wasn't until much later that his words began to sink in, that I began to feel the weight of what it meant. Do you remember when the decision was made to come to Charlian? Graham said that the Forum was determined to keep us in the dark, and that Father's venomous performance was part of that strategy, to keep us at arm's length. Perhaps it was. Father argued with Grandfather on many occasions, but never with such dismissive contempt. And when he demanded what justifies the sacrifices we make in war, I honestly didn't know what to say. Neither did Alpha know, I know, but never for one moment did I believe we had made the wrong choice. So all I could do was fume silently. It was only afterwards that I realized how childish I had been. How being stubborn and self-righteous must run in the family.
Yeah, actually, they did a pretty good job characterizing that throughout your bloodline.
If I could have just mustered a civil response, then things might have turned out differently.
Did I just see the
They
same
must be
human
ferrying
twice?
goods to Labyrinthos.
Labyrinthos. Go on, you know I don't know this shit.
A vast complex beneath the island. Charlian is famous for archiving knowledge from around the world. Well, that knowledge is not preserved exclusively in dusty tomes and desiccated samples. Our living library, comprised of all manner of flora and fauna, is housed and studied within that underground facility. Still, that did seem to be an unusually large shipment. When I lived here, it was rare to even see such cargo transported by boat. Wait! Didn't you hear something in the last stand about the gleaners coming and going more than usual?
Yes.
Well, I think they're the ones we saw manning those boats. And gleaners answer to the Forum. If the appearance of the Telophoroi prompted this sudden burst of activity, then Labyrinthos may hold a clue as to what the Forum is planning.
Well. We should tell the others what we've learned about the Gleaners. Go on ahead to Numenon, and I'll join you in a moment. Master Dickens will want his cups back. Good point. What is that red? Okay. Is it a crafty thing? I'm gonna go find out. Crafts. Crafts. It's not for me. Not for this character, at least. Oh, I burped in the middle of my hum. Oh, cry. underground. Welcome back, Mevlo. Been for a walk and cleared your head, have you? Not exactly. We did some impromptu investigation and turned up information on the Gleaners. Insert info here. It makes sense. The Gleaners take the request directly from the institutions and bureaucrats, but as you say, they ultimately answer to the Forum. A sudden and significant increase in Gleaner traffic and cargo, it certainly gives the impression that the overarching plan being put in motion. Let's see what theory we can build from the facts. As Ystrola observed earlier, Numenon's archives appear to contain no information concerning the final days. Coupled with that, what Mevlo and Alize learned of the last stand, we can be reasonably sure that most Sharlayans know nothing of that particular period of ancient history. Yet my father and his colleagues are not only familiar with the final days, but are also somewhat certain that the destruction being perpetrated by the Telepharoi is wholly unlike this apocalyptic events. Moreover, the Forum claims to be so occupied by the duty of such pressing importance that they saw fit to unanimously deny Eorzea's request for aid. And now the Gleaners, official agents of the state, have been mobilized on an unprecedented scale. I don't think it's a stretch to conclude that the Gleaners' recent activities are in service to the Forum's secretive ends. In which case, our next course of action would seem obvious. We visit Labyrinthos and assess the situation for ourselves. If we're lucky, the Gleaners will be far more receptive to our questions. What should we expect down there? Oh, I would hate to spoil the surprise. As for myself, there are a few more subjects I should like to research. I may join you later, but feel free to leave behind your borrowed books on your way. I'll see to that each is returned to its proper place. That would be a great help. Thank you, Raha. Let us head down the stairs over there, and I'll show you where the entrance is. My voices are off. I can tell they're off, but I just don't know how to fix them. Oh well. Down the stairs? You mean off the cliff? Womp. She's just like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Ready? Labyrinthos is not far from here, but you may find the path a bit disorienting. I'll take the lead, so stay close. Follow Alize and try not to fall behind! Bitch, I walk faster than her, even at her walking speed. Alize, please. No, this is alright. Endwalker is the worst fuck. Now we run, try to keep up. Keep to the path, straight ahead. Okay. We cross this bridge. Yep, makes sense. Up here. So up here? I wonder. We can't do the follow. Like you can with your friends. How did I run up the stairs faster than you? Uh-huh. Oh god, it's this way? Fuck. What? Alice, make up your mind, where we going? Is this it? Here we are, through this door and down the stairs. You did remember to attune to the shard back there, didn't you? It'll make your life easier if you need to come back in a hurry. Otherwise, we should keep moving. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I attuned to every fucking one of them, so I don't give a shit. We're all here now, yes? I've taken the liberty of securing permission for our group's descent. Right, everyone onto the lift and down we go.
Deep beneath the scholar's city shines a false sun within a fabricated sky. In any age exist those who consider the floor an extension of their bookshelves, and this vault's architects surely belonged to that special breed. If the stack grows too high, start a new one. If no room remains, then make more rooms. A simple solution at first, and then bit by bit, a profound transformation. Knowledge buried beneath knowledge, a growing, creeping labyrinth from which there is no escape.
Why does the beginning of this tune sound like Undertale?
Not what you expected. I must admit, the artifice is very convincing. But I assure you that we are beneath Sharlayan itself. The breeze you feel, the flowing waters you hear, all created by the hand of man.
The island is volcanic, you see. And once upon a time, this great hollow must have been a reservoir for magma.
And then we just scooped that bitch out.
It was discovered some 400 years ago, at which point it was repurposed as a storage facility for scrolls and samples and such. Renovations have continued, with nigh on no interruption to this day, with the lower levels still undergoing expansion.
Aren't those people gleaners?
Aye, judging by their dress. They are said to work alone as a rule, but 'twould seem that rule is being enthusiastically broken today. It may be as you suspected, that they are engaged in a task apart from the norm.
Let's spread out and get some answers then.
Cryo, no!
Did you call to me just now?
No.
No. How odd. I must be a bit dizzy from the descent. I'll be fine, I'm sure. Let's get to work, shall we?
You better be. I like you. And I like you to be alive forever. Thanks. Dobbin? More like Dobby. You want a sock? You want to know what I'm doing? Hauling books and ore and fauna. If it needs hauling, I haul it. Every decade or so, they take stock in labyrinthos. You know, sort of tidy up in the inventory. Never seen an operation like this before, though. They just did one a few summers ago, even. Then, with no warning at all, this mess gets dropped onto our laps. Order from high. Damned if I know the reason. Could be that they're changing the layout, eh? Preparing for the next big expansion? Let me think. The rare seeds should be item 1058. Cumin seeds are 1059. Snowberry are 1060. Or were they 1061? My head feels like it's stuffed with moko grass. Why more loads to take out than carry in? Why do this all at once and risk mixing it up? What if someone makes a mistake? The Corthrian carrots and the Girabonian carrots. What then? You changed the large shipments coming in and out of Labyrinthios, or whatever you say. Oh my god! It's a Melviera, and that's like the first one we've seen as an NPC. What the fuck? This was supposed to be where they're introduced. Why is this the only one? You're here to help me give me more headaches, because you don't have the look of a gleaner, and I'm in no mood for idle chatter. One of my colleagues was so exhausted he took a tumble and crashed into a pile of crates. Now I have to pack the marmots running. Now I have a pack of marmots running loose. Exchange with. Okay. All right, Crow. Any luck, Mevlo? What tales of the gleaners have to tell? So this grand operation began without warning, and for every item they bring in, they're sending more inventory elsewhere? That would explain the haggard faces I've been seeing. We were right, the Forum is definitely up to something, and they're turning Labyrinthos upside down in the process. I should go get that. Oh shit, there's like a bunch of them. The hell? Maybe I'll get them later. We would do well to learn more of what, specifically, the Gleaners are being tasked to do, as well as who has asked them to do it. If you're game, Mevlo, I have an idea. Hi. Didn't one of those Gleaners you questioned say something about escaped marmots? Perhaps if you were to help him capture the said creatures, he might be inclined toward a more friendly and enlightening conversation. In the meantime, I will turn my charms up upon this gleaner here. We could compare notes afterwards. Happy hunting! Hey, my guy! You wish to help me find the marmots? I've nothing suitable to pay you for your services, but if you're offering with the goodness of your heart, I welcome the assistance. You got it. You're gonna know me as the guy who does everything. The name is Ernvile. Friend, specialist in the collection of live specimens. That said, the capture of these Naxian marmots is trivial. I have no desire to repeat. Grizzled mice, they call them. For mercy, there are no other marmot species on this tier at present, so there should be no mistaking our little fugitives. If you happen to catch any, stuff them in the sack Gently, of course. I will stuff your rats in a sack. Got it. Where to begin, you wonder? I've not seen any scampering around here, so you'll need to widen the search. Be on your guard. There are beasts out there who won't hesitate to prey on a marmot. Or you. I can handle it. I'll search the trees to the west. The eastern part of the forest is all yours. Good luck. Thanks. I guess. So, is this like... Oh shit, it is. Okay. Hell is this? It's like a lantern? Hmm? Oh, that one's lit too. You just said, what the fuck? Is that like a Gooboo, but it's like a bear? Oh, it's a troll. So yes. Okay. Oh, over here. Go punch a marmot. Grizzled mouse. Oh. That was easy. Slut! Barely have you ready the sack and the grizzled mouse scampers off to the underbrush. God damn it. You fucker. Eh. Why does this music sound like it should be on a Mori? There it is. Get in the goddamn sack. Get in the rat sack, you bitch. No! The rodent nimbly evades your grasp once again. Oh, I hate this thing. Stop. Stop it. No, I don't want to fight that troll. Fuck. You stupid bitch. Get your rat ass sack over here, you piece of shit. Where? Don't tell me it's up there. I didn't even know there was another tier of cliff. Come on. Fuck off. I'm busy catching a rat. Good luck with that idiot. Fucking moron. Yeah, it's worth that. Alright, mouse. Swear to God. Squeak, squeak. Get in the fucking rat sack. Stupid idiot. More prepared for its speed this time. You succeed in closing the sack over your elusive quarry. Oh, my God. You know what? I am over here. Bum, 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 bum. Let's go get this crystal! Alright. So we have a crystal. Sit up. That's my butt. Glorified rat catcher, I just realized was the name of the quest, and damn ain't you right. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Can I count how many quests are left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 to this section, and we'll stop after it, even if it means it's short. I'm not trying to rush through Endwalker. Ah! My auto run. How did you fare? I tracked down 3 of the pack, which leaves 1 unaccounted for. Hey, I did 1! Aren't I really good at this or something? Oh, there's the odd moment out. Wait here a moment while I put our friends in a holding cage. Thankfully, the marmots seemed to be unharmed. They held up well in isolation, but it's much too soon to release them into the habitat. It's a good thing we were able to recapture them so swiftly. You have my thanks. What will you do with the marmots now? That's for the Forum to decide. They are the guiding authority behind Labyrinthos, after all, and this job was but one small part of the great inventory of theirs. Suitable for consumption and easy to breed, those are the 2 conditions I was given for the stock I was instructed to procure. I don't know what the Forum has planned for these creatures, but at the very least, I doubt they'll be served for dinner today or tomorrow. There you are, Mevlo. Is this the Gleaner you mentioned? The one who was looking for the lost marmots? Interesting company you keep, friend. Who are you folk, anyway? I'm Cryle, a student of Baldesion, and these are my associates. Truth be told, the Forum's decision of late have not sat entirely well with us. That is why we made the descent to Labyrinthos. We hope by seeing those decisions put in action, we might more fully understand the reasoning. Wise and practical, never hurts to try and gain a broader perspective, does it? Anyway, duty calls, other animals to capture and enclosures to empty. Once again, I'm sorry that I can't offer you more for your services. That's fine. Did you learn anything new from our friend there? So we've confirmed that the order of the ambitious operation did indeed come from the Forum. However, the Gleaners have not been informed of its purpose. I say this fits with everything we've learned thus far. We've also discovered when the operation begun. The Forum contacted the Gleaners' guild ship and put their people to great work some 4 days after Telepheroi made their chilling declaration. The seasoned travelers and the Gleaners kept abreast of news from every corner. As seasoned travelers, the Gleaners kept abreast of news from every corner of the world out of necessity. Thus am I inclined to trust that their calendar of events is accurate. Altogether, it seems a distinct impression that this undertaking was sudden and unexpected development. Yet I find it hard to believe that such comprehensive restructuring of the Labyrinthos and its archives could have been planned in so brief a window. Nay, this plan was long in the making. They were but awaiting the right time to put it into effect. And the Telephoros declaration was what set it all in motion. It seems likely, but let us not leap to conclusions just yet. For the moment, I suggest we conduct a wider investigation of Labyrinthos. The more facilities we visit, the more pieces of the puzzle we stand to find. In that case, how about we head to the Archeon? From there, we can reach the lower... Kryl? Kryl, what's wrong? I'm fine, truly. The sudden descent has left me in a bit of a headache, that's all. Nothing will stop me from soldiering on, so let's be about it then. At least allow me to take the lead. I'm fairly certain I remember the way to the Archeon. We followed the path east through the forest and where you were chasing after that mouse. Or marmot, was it? Anyway, 'tis the trolls you need to watch out for. Oh hey, what's up, viewer? Leaving a potato comment. Welcome. Or in the words of Papalimo, welcome! Yes, that's exactly how he says it in ARR, and it's the best. It is you, Red Rum, my long-lost viewer. Come back to the chat. I am glad. I've been here just lurking these days. Oh, that's fine. Oh, hey! That's a person I know in real life. What a fucking loser. JK. Or am I? You'll never know. I don't have cool friends. I'm sorry. That's just a fact of life you're gonna have to fucking live with. If you're friends with me, you're a fucking loser. Just like me. You trash talk people that can dox you, Lamau. It's true. But if they did that, I know where they live. And there's much worse things than doxing. Anyways. Behold the bro, I don't know how to say Archeon? Is this a fucking evolution? I can crochet a pile of blue ball penises and send them out. You know what? That's the worst part about the doxing. It's not the death threats or bombs. It's the crocheted balls and penis. That's the worst part. So please, please don't dox me. I do not wish to receive balls and penis in my mail. Oh no. Please don't. Jesus Christ. Not the woolly blue balls. Oh no. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm gonna read this line now, thanks. Behold the Archeon as... Oh, fuck. Nomenon. I think that's right. I hate half of the words in Charlene are bullshit words. Hold on. Yeah, I'll allow it. Sorry. It wanted to make sure the word vibrator was allowed, even though this stream is like, you have to say yes to the stream before you can even get in it. So, like, yeah, duh. I did that already to someone. Send them blue ball and penis matching blue. Oh my god. Of all the words that... Yeah, that's the word that needs to be checked. Vibrator. Not penis. I think penis was one from like early streams that got approved. Technically the word blue and the word ball are not bad. And you didn't spell butt correct. So I don't know if butt plug should be one word for it to be blockable. I don't know. The worst part is, half of the shit that I want blocked isn't like just saying the word whatever, it's saying it at me as an insult. But like just saying bitch, I would not block, but calling me a bitch I would block, and I have to do that on my own. So the fucking like auto thing, but oh my god, I have to approve it! There it is. It's not even one word. Congratulations, y'all can say butt plug now. I hate you guys. Hate you guys. Never gonna get through this game! The architecture is too sim- I don't even know what he was saying. Gotta spell butt correctly. Yeah. Hey, you know what? Auto mod knows how to spell. I do not. The architecture too is similar. This building you see is merely an upper entrance, an access point to the vaults carved into the cliffside itself. Yay. Within those vast rooms are stored countless samples and specimens, as well as the detailed records of which describe them. In a manner of speaking, the Archeon contains a physical history of Charlian's unwavering dedication to the accumulation of knowledge and being a bitch. Well said. I don't know why you turned around. You're gonna have to turn the fuck back around. Get over here. Well, we won't learn anything of value standing out here. Let us proceed to the main building and speak with the custodian. Okay. I do like the music for... Ooh, a mender. Let's go see what's broken. Hold on. Hi, what's up? Oh, I actually took good care of my shit for once. Pretty sure my other character has shit in its 40s. I like the music for this expansion. Not that I don't like the music for Shadowbringers, I think Shadowbringers is really good, and unique. It's just this was like classic RPG from like the early 2000s, and it just speaks home to me. I'm enjoying it. So every time we do a quest and that noise pops up, I'm like, that's nice. I wish you would voice. Don't you love the conversations I have when I'm in chat? I love all conversations except like maybe a couple of people and they haven't shown up in a while, so like, yee. Greetings. We are here to pursue the Archeon's vaults. Your stupid building. Did I say pursue? Peruse. Peruse? You are clearly not gleaners then. Might I ask your affiliation? I'm a snobby little bitch from Charlian. We belong to the students of Beldesion, but is that relevant? I was given the belief that the vaults, those open to the public at least, were open to the public. Hooker. Damn it, now I gotta approve Hooker. Also, due to Christmas time coming up, I have been more hooker than gamer these days. Hooker as in crochet! Damn! I'm assuming. Wait, I probably shouldn't assume. I love how hooker has to be approved, but it's in your name. That's hilarious. Ordinarily, yes, that would be the case. At present, however, access is restricted. Only persons directly involved with the reorganization efforts are permitted to enter. Oh. Not us, then. I suppose we had better move along to another facility. This building has a lift that connects to the middle tier, yes? Might we at least make use of that? Yes, and I love that I am finding all of the auto mod words today. Yes, you are, and that's fine. It's fine because, for the last few, streams, I didn't have my chat up from Twitch. I only had it up from, what is this called? Streamlabs. And it doesn't do the auto mod unless you have a Twitch one up. So I have it up so I can sit here and approve them all. So we're good to go today. That service has also been suspended, I'm afraid. From the time being, priority has been given over to the convenience of inventory. Conveyance. What? So this is as far as we can go? I apologize for the inconvenience. Please come again after our restructuring operation is concluded. So far I got 26 commissions to do before Christmas. Oh lord. Hopefully they're not like gigantic. Big as fuck. Gigantic. There we go. By that time it'll be too late. We were so close to getting our answers. We need to rethink our approach. Let us step outside for a moment, shall we? Most are small. I only got one big order. That's nice. Students of Beldesion. I'm a snobby little bitch. I had to give him snobby bitch voice. Because I hate these people. They're all snobby little bitches. Fucking stick up their ass. We're at an impasse. As we have no other leads, I should like to pursue this one further. But I doubt for our stone-faced custodian will be swayed by the heartfelt pleas. We must seek another means to access the lower levels. What if we became gleaners? 'Tis likely that the people in this area are involved in the restructuring in one way or another. If we were to that's not integrate, what is that? Fuck it, integrate. They might allow us to accompany them on the lift. Let us ask around. Surely someone is in need of a few strong backs to lighten the load. I'm a strong back. Back to lurking. Have fun! Hey. Amused? Oh, bemused. I don't know what bemused means, so hey, student. Am I taking the lift? Oh no, we're just students. They won't let us into the Archean. Even though we found... Actually, we have no idea what we found. There's no record of such a creature anywhere. But it was wandering around Tranquility, so we thought to donate it to the vaults. Oh, hello. Squeal, squeal. Oddest little squeal, don't you think? Anyway, I suppose we'll have to take care of it until the Archeon is open again. Bemused, objective... Adjective, idiot. Me, I'm the idiot, by the way. Adjective. Puzzled, confused, and bewildered. Ah, thank you. Now the question is, will I be able to remember that? Bone-weary worker. Oh no, you've been worked to the bone. Hi. What's that? Take you down on the lift with me? Sorry, but not a chance. I have been up and down all day, and only now have I finally found the spare moment to rest. Can answer that question? No. You're correct! I did see a gleaner fellow heading out the gate there, though, shouldering a large sack. Sack? Pack. Engaged in some manner of task. Maybe he'll be headed down below after he's done with whatever it is he's doing. Sure, thanks, I suppose. Oh, no. He pointed that way, but the bubble is that way. Okay, can I get up this? I have to walk around. Angry clicking. It sounds like a Mori music and I love it. Don't look at me! Creepy little fuck. Don't hit me with the whatever. Go away. Go. Go. No! I'm trying to talk to this NPC without... Can you go? Fine. I'm going in the water, you asshole. I hope I can get back up. Leave me alone. I don't want to fight you. You're such a bitch. Thank you. Please let me get back up here. Yes. Hey, it's that guy. Quiet. You'll frighten it away. Frighten what? Oh, it's you again. I didn't mean to be rude, but I'm in the middle of another task. A cloudkin I need to capture is close. Very close. Okay, I can help. You wish to help me with this too. You spend your time in unusual ways, my friend. Still, 2 hunters are genuinely better than 1. The canal here is a common gathering spot for birds of all kinds, but the one I'm after today is a hornbill. Its feathers are green, and its cry is distinctive caw. Single it out and shoot it with a sleeping dart. Oh, okay. The effects are short-lived, so I'll lie in wait down by the riverbank and claim our quarry. You should have hit the right one. Sure. Yeah, I know how to do this. Okay, it's green, and it goes caw. So, I'm assuming... Yeah, not that one. Ugh. Wow, such a long... Hit the right bird. I did it! I hit the right bird! Look, Ma! I shot a bird! Time to open a drink. Hey, you gonna go get that bird or what? Yeah! Love that. Love that. You are taking your sweet time getting that thing.
A fair shot.
Oh, it's voice! He has a voice!
Nicely done. Let me truss this one up and I'll make my way over to you.
What the fuck accent is that? Am I listening to?
There you are. Any new revelations?
I helped the guy again. That's it.
So you met with that gleaner again, this time to capture a hornbill. I understand catching and bringing in creatures from the outside, but what's the point of chasing after ones already here?
Oh, it's a simple thing, really. Occasionally, we remove specimens no longer needed for study, or those we've had difficulty raising. But we can't simply turn them loose. Safely returning such creatures to their native habitats is another facet of a cleaner's duties.
What accent is that?
But not in this case, I'm afraid. I've been asked to bring the bird below.
The restricted section in the lower levels of Labyrinthos. Open only to a select few researchers handpicked by the Forum. The projects down there are the subject of rumor and hearsay. Forbidden magics. Advanced technologies that can never be allowed to fall into outside hands. Even Archons are not privy to the truth.
Super secret.
Those who are, the researchers involved in this secretive work, are not permitted to walk freely in the city.
What the fuck?
And are instead required to live in isolated quarters.
Holy shit! It's science jail. That sounds fucking awful. You have to do the research. What if I don't want to? Well, fucking perish. You're staying in science jail until you do it, and you're not getting out of science jail even if you do it.
What could a facility subject to such strict security protocols possibly need with a hornbill? An experiment?
Possibly. I wasn't afforded an explanation. But judging by the requisition list given to me and my colleagues, I doubt it's for any kind of advanced research. I'd be more inclined to believe we were making preparations to migrate to the south. Mericidia or thereabouts.
What? Why would you say that?
Much of the flora and fauna we were asked to procure could serve as reliable sources of sustenance. They're comparatively hardy species too, able to endure harsh climates. And among them are specimens known to be effective in improving soil quality and purifying water.
When you put it that way, migration does sound like a reasonable assumption.
That's all it is, though. An assumption. Through our tasks, we gleaners glimpse only bits and pieces of the Forum's plans. Our prime concern is that our requisitions, be they living or otherwise, are properly preserved for the knowledge of future generations. Now, I really must be going. I regret that I cannot reward you as you deserve.
Perhaps you might reward us after a fashion then. It is imperative that we reach the lower levels. And seeing as you are already set to descend with your assigned cargo, mayhap we could accompany you as your assistants.
I'm afraid that won't be possible. Once the animals have been prepared for transport, we send them down separately via the lift. I will of course follow after to make my report, but I can hardly pass you off as porters when there's nothing left to carry.
Indeed. Pray forget I said anything.
How do you feel about climbing? If you've strength and the courage to brave it, then there is another way down.
Oh.
This path leads to the 33rd facet, a mine shaft excavated during one of our expansions of Labyrinthos. While I cannot guarantee that the passage is safe to traverse, it should provide access to the medial circuit below.
I never even knew such a place existed. Thank you. This is the perfect solution.
You're quite welcome, but consider yourselves warned. If the going proves too treacherous, you do well to turn back. I bid you good day.
Thank you, helpful bun boy. The first bun we meet that isn't me is smart and helpful.
Well,
Wow.
turning back is hardly an option, not when we've come this far. Let's go and take a look at this mine shaft.
Yes, let's go look at the shaft. I really, really want to go look at it. Apparently the camera does too. Jesus. Yes, we know. That's where we're going. Thank you. Dun, 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 dun. Off to the shaft of mines. To the mine shaft. Dun, 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 dun. This music is so weird. Alright. Nope, we don't need that one. That one's for carrying two people. Damn, we are just getting this one forever today. Turn it down a little. This must be it. The entrance to the mineshaft. 'Tis faint, but I hear something moving within. Creatures homed there by the researchers, you think? Well, slavering beasts aside, we will need to watch our footing. We should tighten our straps just before we continue. Thanks for the hat. Take it off. Oh, I don't have it off. Hold on. Sorry, I want to check something real. Yeah. Okay, we're all above 500. That's fine. Who has the least amount? Red Mage? Red Mage, what are you doing? What's bad about Red Mage? The weapon in question is what's bad about Red Mage. Got it. We just got a hat that's at 400? Yeah, let's see what that hat is. But, oh my god, why do I have so much stuff? 515? What's our shoes at? 530? If it's that close, I might as well just wait and see if there's anything good in that set that I want. Assuming everyone's tightened the straps and checked their gear, then I say we head in. Given the terrain ahead, though, it might be wise to leave some distance between us. We don't want to be stumbling over each other if it comes to a fight. Take it slow and don't forget to check your surroundings from time to time. We can meet up again on the other end of the tunnel. I don't feel safe about leaving Kryl by herself if she's been feeling faint, though. Kryl. Okay. You know what? Fuck it. Bum ba da dum ba bum bum. A destination? Oh, gee willikers, can't wait. They're too far. So our first move in the whatchamacallit combo, AoE combo, turned into kicks instead of just stomping, and I'm so happy. I will say, I really like the kicking animations for the monk moves. But monk do be boring. Let's do that real quick. Sight does matter on enemies. Fuck! Not on that one, apparently. Leave me the fuck alone, loser. Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright, all of y'all get over here. There we go. Alright. Alright, it looks like we're about to... Maybe. I was about to say, maybe we'll get out of the tunnel. I don't know about Leia. Yes, we do get out of the tunnel. Nice. Oh good, and Kryl's out of the tunnel, because I would have cried if something happened to her. Everyone seems to have made it through without incident. Nothing of consequence, at least. And as promised, the tunnel has delivered us to the medial circuit. As I recall, this tier is where they keep a wide variety of samples for agricultural production. If Ernvil's assumption holds true, then the specimens are being collected in preparation for a great migration. Then we should see evidence of such plans in the area's research projects. Let us follow the path to the nearest farming facility and see what we see. Sure. Oh, so that was a cliff, and now we're below it. Got it. And we couldn't just jump down to our deaths. Got it. I understand. What a shame I couldn't just jump to my death. I say, let me. Then watch my ass get teleported to the first, I think. Oh, I'd be teleported to the Crystarium if I died. That'd be so upsetting right now. It'd be like $1,500 to get back. Oh my god. It's fucking geometrical grapes. Ah, now I know where we are. This is Muriel Agronomics. Labyrinthos is host to a wide variety of vegetation, which allows us to conduct studies on cultivation methods utilized in foreign lands. And it is this facility that coordinates and oversees these efforts. The fruits of the research go to feed the Labyrinthos' colleagues, so I hear. More notable success might make it to the Agora. Foods so exotic that you'd be hard-pressed to guess their origin, let alone how they might taste. Indeed. Mystery vegetables without a name, only a list of nutritional benefits scribbled on a card. I see no gleaners hereabouts. Yet these workers seem to share that same sense of urgency. 'Tis possible they know something of the forum's plans and underlining motivations. Worth looking into, wouldn't you say? Sure. See what you can coax from the workers. The rest of us will do the same, or cast about for useful clues. Okay, so I still do all the work. I love how they're like, oh, this is our home, this is our city. Hey, stranger to this city, how about you go ask everybody everything, as if you know what you're looking for. You uneducated dangus. Oh, there's somebody. Literally a school, or this is literally a city of smart people, and then they're like, hey, person who's never been educated, let's go do some smart things. Oh, hello there. We weren't expecting visitors, not with the use of the lift being restricted. How did you make it down here? Anyways, there's an easy path. You could just walk your ass down here, idiot. Forehead. Come on. A mine shaft, you say? Well, you are a much hardier soul than I. Bruh. I, like, only ran to one monster I had to fight, like, outside of events. Under normal circumstances, I would reward such tenacity with a guided tour of the fields, but I'm afraid the forum has us filing order list a mom long. Massive yet detailed requests, literal wagon loads of crop samples, and hardly any time to put them together. When I first heard of this grand reorganization, I assumed we would be shuffling around old stock to make room for the new. Then came the orders for ridiculous quantities of seeds we've already thoroughly researched. Passing strange, eh? I pressed for an explanation, but was met with a vague assurances that all would be revealed in due course. Not the most satisfying answer. Indeed, I must agree. Oh, can't go in there, okay. That guy had a name, but let's talk to the guy named Overwhelmed Laborer. Or lady. That's a lady. My bad. Do I have aught to be taken down below? Do I have aught to be... what? More than I can carry, and then some. Most of our stock is sent via cargo lift, but some have been earmarked for aerial transport, hence the stack of crates atop that hill over there. Gods, hauling the lot up the slope was a job and a half. Yeah, what the fuck, man? That sucks. Did you use a cart? You know, the tool that we made to make things easier? Wheels. Damn, these grapes. What crops are we raising? Well, as you can see, this one is a variety of grape. Yes, a geometric variety of grape. The only needs a good source of sunlight to grow, and the conditions here are nothing short of perfect. Hardly surprising, given giving its native to a particular locale that is the very place upon which Labyrinthos was modeled, a region in the south of Ilzabad. It boasts remarkable habitat diversity, allowing for a midrid flora and fauna to thrive. Chilly peaks to the north give way to swaths of temperate plains, which then transition into hot, humid coastline. Well, that's very bizarre, because if you're actually on the beach, like the sand beach coast, they're actually cooler than about an hour car drive inland. Once you get like an hour in, that shit is humid AF. So maybe it means that. Such bountiful territory is ever contested, as you might expect. Used to being called Corvos before the Imperials renamed it Locus Amonis. The Forum saw it not as a prize, however, but as a researcher's ideal environment, one whose climates we strove to recreate within the confines of the Labyrinthos. It's since provided a rich foundation for countless experiments and cultivation. Cool story, bro. Excuse me, we're going this way. But why? Investigate the stack. Oh, the stacks of boxes that are on top of the hill. Oh my god, little seed people or plant people. Oh my god. Gotta run from that. Oh, it's just flowers. The labels of these crates tell a story of their contents. Bundles of common seeds and saplings accommodated by shelves of reports. A very bright flower.
Hard to look away, isn't it? But they're more than pretty flowers. Heart blooms are attuned to ambient emotion. You don't seem convinced, but believe me, it's true. This ashen grey, for instance, it mirrors the anxiety and urgency of those working nearby as they rush to fulfill sudden orders. Intense feelings like those spur the petals to change colour. Bright glowing hues in the presence of joy, dark subdued shades for frustration or despair. Yet even with the collected wisdom of Charlian at our disposal, we've yet to identify the underlying principle of this empathic effect. And there are other mysteries besides. Although the flower is extraordinarily long-lived, Its low reproductive rate has made it difficult to find younger populations growing in the wild. With too few sightings to map its distribution, and no closely related species to track, we've been unable to pinpoint its land of origin. To further complicate matters, every culture, even dimly aware of its existence, has given it a different name and mythos.
Why?
Our attempts to study it via the historical record have been an exercise in frustration.
Why am I being told about these flowers? This guy just randomly comes up like, so these flowers, and I'm like, okay.
As an avid botanist myself,
I'm sure it's relevant, but still.
I should one day like to unravel the Heartbloom's secrets. But I'm afraid other duties must take precedence. I will leave you to your thoughts.
Okay, random guy who doesn't even have a name. Bye. How bizarre. Look, I found flowers.
Have you learned aught of interest? A flower that reacts to one's feelings. Strange. I must say, I have never heard of such a thing.
Okay, hold on. What was that? My Twitch chat just reconnected, and I just want to make sure we're good. But it looks like we are. How bizarre.
This is all very fascinating. But as it stands, we've failed to gain any significant insight into the Forum's undertaking.
Indeed. While there is certainly enough activity to support Erenville's supposition that a priority has been placed on improving food production, unfortunately for our investigation, these workers were never informed as to how their duties serve the master plan.
If only we could interrogate the Forum members directly.
Yeah, I was about to say, that was a big door if we could hear it.
Isn't that the entrance to the Archaeum?
Archaeum.
Look, there. I think that's Erenville.
Erenville. That's his name.
A little difficult to tell from here, but I think you're right. He did say he was coming down to make his report.
Erenville receives his orders from the Forum. Would it not follow, then, that the superior to whom he reports is a Forum member? Or at least a close associate?
You mean to eavesdrop on their conversation? What of the risks?
Ours alone to bear. We won't interfere with Erenville's work, nor will he be implicated as an accomplice. If you're not comfortable taking part, I can do this alone.
Nay. I said myself that I wished to know Father's intentions. And no answers will be forthcoming should we simply ask nicely.
We can apologize later, should it come to it. Right now, we need every crumb of information we can get our hands on.
Don't ask for permission.
Consequences be damned.
Ask for forgiveness, which won't work out for us in this snobby, stick-up-the-ass society, so... Alright, let's do it anyways.
It might be best if you came along as well. In fact, we should all...
Where's Cryle?
Cryle?
Oh, yes. That certainly sounds like a plan.
Whatever it is she said.
I'm glad you agree.
quickly. Erenville is on the move. We need to get closer before we lose him.
Almost. I can almost reach you.
Cryo? Is Cryo still feeling unwell? I've never seen her so distracted. Keep an eye on her, but keep moving too. We cannot let our quarry slip away. Arenvale is headed westward along the path outside the Archeon. Come, we can still catch him. Okay, we are on full report. Oh shit, there's only like 3 left. Let's go. Hey, guess what we're gonna do? Jump off this fucking cliff. Ow. Hold a moment, I have an idea. If memory serves, that colossal wall-like structure is Loginskin Beta, one of the Labyrinthos' climate control centers. It should have its own lifts, which with one could access to the upper or lower tiers. If I were an agent of the Forum, it would make a convenient meeting place. But even if we happen to find Erenville in the company of said agent, we cannot expect them to reveal issues of importance as we nonchalantly stroll past. Nay, we shall have to remain undetected. If only Graha and his vanish spell were here. Oh, but there is other ways of turning invisible. Hippity hop, my little toads. What? Hippity hop, my little toad. Oh my god! Goodness! Frog. Unaccustomed to the transfiguration, worry not, it will wear off with the passage of time. I suggest you and your green companions hop along and catch up with Arenvale. Should you feel the magic fading, return to me and I will refresh the enchantment. And what am I to do in the meantime? Wait here with me. In your current state of mind, you'd be likely to leap into the jaws of a predator, who would learn, as you would learn anything of note. Which reminds me, where the creatures hereabouts, in that form you are essentially defenseless. You have been changed into a toad. You must remain transfigured in order to progress with the thing. Blah, 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 blah. Well. Oh, I have to talk to Toad Alpha now. Alpha Toad. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. Alpha Toad and Alley Toad. Oh my god, I didn't even know that's what they were going to be called. Are now accompanying you. Let's go, my Toad children. Toad children and my minion Harshafont. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is so silly. I love all the silly things they do in this fucking expansion. They really did, they were like, yeah, let's try something. Ugh. Discuss your surroundings. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. Alpha Toad attempts to and fails to shake his head, but you nonetheless understand what he's trying to tell you, that this is the wrong way? What? Ribbit. Alley Toad turns and faces north. Perhaps she's suggesting you cross the bridge. Oh, okay. We really cannot get caught out. So we gotta be careful. Oh my god, our little toad existence. I love it.
I trust you will find your compensation to be more than satisfactory. We wish to make clear that we are pleased with the efficiency and thoroughness of your work. So much so that we have come bearing new tasks in need of your competent hand.
Another lengthy list. If I may speak frankly, the Gleaners have been pushed to the point of collapse by your unending demands.
Let me... Oh, I gotta readjust myself. There we go.
We are not familiars to be exploited. We are Charlean scholars, and we deserve an explanation for this unseemly treatment. What warrants such urgency?
In an age long past, Charlean was charged with a momentous duty. And now that word of the final days hangs heavy in the air, the time has come for us to fulfill that charge. I can say no more, but I promise you this. All will be revealed in due course. And when it has, you will understand that your toil was in service to the greatest good.
Then I will do your bidding. For now. But unless you wish the Gleaners to rise up in protest, I advise you to offer tangible improvements for our working conditions. Your promised revelation does nothing to address present circumstances.
A fair point. Your concerns will be conveyed to the Forum.
I hope that was informative. You may consider my debt to you repaid in full.
How did he know?
While I do have my reservations about the Forum, I want to believe that they have our best interests at heart. Which is why I'm reassured that you're busy sniffing out the truth of things. We can ill afford to place all our eggs in one basket, this master plan of theirs, without first understanding the risks involved.
And what if we were just frogs?
Wait! How did you know it was us?
If you mean to impersonate a toad, try studying the real thing. And don't try to fool an expert.
True. Catches animals for a living. I like that part. I suppose we should have known that a gleaner who specializes in animal procurement would not be easily deceived. Yet he seemed inclined to put his trust in us all the same. More importantly, perhaps we discovered a new piece of the puzzle. This momentous... I don't know what it is about this word, but it really throws my speech impediment, like, into a frenzy. The form agent mentioned. Just skip it altogether. Charlian has been called to action, and the Telephoros declaration was the catalyst. Whatever charge it is they hope to fulfill, they deemed it of sufficient import. They deemed it of sufficient import to distribute all of the Labyrinthos, not to mention ignore Eorzea's request for aid. Yes. Or something. What duty could warrant the direct involvement of the Form and the commitment of all its resources? Judging by what we just heard, none of the Gleaners were offered any kind of explanation. At this point, it seems abundantly clear that we're going to learn nothing new by pressing them further. We should head back to Y'shtola and Kryl for the moment. See what they think of this. It's true. I mean, it wasn't all for naught. We did find stuff out, just not exactly what we wanted. Alright. We have, yep, 2 more quests and we're done for the night. I feel like this went a lot shorter than the hanging out with the sad old men. I liked them both equally though. Well, no, I think I like this one more. Just because the part where you have to like sell fish was kind of like, really? I know this is for world building, but like, I don't know. It was fine. It was like the worst part, and it wasn't that bad. I think I was just throwing a fit because I think my brain mentally was just bored, and I can't do anything about that. It's just that part of the story wasn't given the dopamine, so I didn't give a shit. How unfortunate. It wasn't actually that bad, in retrospect. Welcome back. I trust you found Erenvel then? Erenvel? Yeah. Yeah, he also knew we were frogs. And not real frogs. Interesting. I had a feeling you would learn of something of import. Even if that something was simply a confirmation that no one knows much of anything. We should share this with Kryl, then discuss how we shall proceed. Assuming we find her back at the farm. She is still behaving oddly, so I bade her to return and rest there. Perhaps not the best decision in hindsight. Would you mind checking near those flowers she was so entranced by? The rest of us can survey the more distant areas, just in case she decided to wander. If something happens to her, Y'shtola, I'm blaming you and I'm gonna beat the shit out of you, because I like her more than you. It would be on top of the hill, and I have to go around to get up it, so. Don't fight me. I don't want any fights. Ugh, rocks. Hey look, there's Cryle.
For you. The spell will keep it from wilting. She said you would need it for the journey ahead.
And who is she?
Will you speak with her now? I cannot hope to match Minfilia's clarity, of course, but...
Thank you. Do not worry. She has lent me her body for only a moment.
Yeah, it better be only for a moment.
Just as I could not save the first from the flood of light, it has become arduous for me to interact with the physical world without assistance. Though I might converse with you for a time, the incorporeal form I assumed on the ship would be incapable of casting even the simplest enchantment. It is in the depths of the ethereal sea, the place to which all life returns, where my influence is greatest. After Minfilia's sacrifice on the first, it was to the sea, here in the source, where I ferried her soul. I wished that gentle spirit to find rest in the world she loved so well. Her, and another who may yet have a part to play, though that will depend on you. Take the flower, walk free, for you are free, to go where you wish, to believe what you will. That bloom will be your guide, test and proof of your conviction. In darkness, seek joy. Surrender not to sadness, and see beyond despair. Walk free, and bear the light for others to follow. Together, raise it aloft and let it shine, till the end, blinding and radiant.
Just gonna put this whole flower in my butt. There we go.
That was all too brief. Already she seems so far away. My apologies if I startled you. Ever since we began our descent into Labyrinthos, I had sensed another's will, straining to reach out. Even with my particular talents, though, I was unable to make a connection at first. So weak and tenuous it was. Once I took hold of that wispy thread. Imagine my surprise to discover it was Heidelin herself. Needless to say, it seemed wise to learn what we could before letting go. Her answers were more cryptic than I would have liked, but at least she left us with a guide of sorts, that unusual flower. Yes, we are definitely making progress. You can't be serious! We've done nothing wrong!
Oh boy. Oh god. Let me just jump and drop kick this man. I am a monk right now.
Master Fortuno, what business has the Forum with us?
Obstruction and suppression, apparently.
Mistress Baldessian, our records show you facilitated the Scions' entrance into Sharlayan by claiming them as assistants for your organization.
I am doing that though.
We are aware of your investigations. After alerting the major institutions to the presence of potential troublemakers, we received word from an Archean custodian, a group operating under the auspices of the students, skulking about Labyrinthos and engaging in clandestine behavior.
This man talks, me, you act like I know what the fuck you saying.
Clandestine? We may not have entered Sharlayan as Scions, but we did naught to conceal our identities. Our only purpose in this city is to seek the truth. I can think of no reason why our actions should warrant the Forum's intervention.
'Tis not our way to discourage the pursuit of knowledge.
Oh, really?
But the timing of such pursuits must be considered, not to mention their potential impact.
Sounds like a censor to me.
With the world in chaos, we, the true caretakers of wisdom, have committed ourselves to an undertaking that demands the utmost discretion.
Why?
And we will not risk its success by turning a blind eye to disruptive foreign elements in our midst.
Technically, I'm the only foreigner. Oh, well, Astidian, but he's literally doing nothing right now.
What then is to be our fate? Will you put us on a ship back to Eorzea?
The Forum will convene to examine your case. The results of said inquiry will determine your future in this city. As for your absent companion, he has already been detained.
Grah! But why? Is reading a crime now, too?
Reading is encouraged, celebrated even. Not, however, of the volumes shelved in the restricted section of the library.
Refusing to comply will only make matters worse. Let us instead treat this as an opportunity to open a dialogue with the Forum.
Okay, so I won't push these nerds into a locker. Got it. I'll behave.
Silence is often one's best defense. I would advise against prolonging the proceedings with frivolous discourse.
Silence is the best defense, but you haven't shut up since? Okay. Maybe shut the fuck up and take your own advice.
But enough.
Ugh.
This is not the place for debate. The rostra await.
My foot up your ass awaits. You know, you guys remind me of a bunch of other elitist scum that I beat up about a couple fucking expansions ago that also wore white robes. Just saying. Uppity bitches. With sticks up your ass. Her hood is down! Look how cute her hair is!
Forgive me. I was careless.
We would have been detained regardless. This way, at least, we managed to stay together. I trust your time within the Forbidden Archives was well spent.
Good boy. If we're gonna break the law... If we're gonna break the law, we might as well get something good out of it. Like, you know, punching nerds. These nerds, specifically.
This inquiry is now in session. As Speaker-elect, I will be presiding over the day's proceedings.
I don't know if you noticed, but there was a Viera in the back, and she couldn't wear the fucking hat everyone's wearing.
Master Portioner, would you be so kind as to restate the matter which compelled you to summon your colleagues with such urgency?
As you are all aware, we recently denied Eorzea's request for Sharlayan assistance.
And I'm doing all in my power to stick it to my 2 14-year-old kids, because fuck them kids. God, you're such an asshole.
Since then, certain individuals dissatisfied with our decision have taken it upon themselves to interfere with our work.
Absolutely not. We have not stopped anyone from working, so that's funny. It's kind of weird. Awkward, even. Blatant lies. Coming from truth
They
seekers.
entered our nation masquerading as associates of the students of Baldessian. But these malcontents are better known as the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Technically, one is a student of Baldessian, and we are her assistants. Still not a fucking lie. Actually, 2 of these are fucking students of Baldessian. And still not a fucking lie. So, we just happen to be both.
These militants wield influence with both the Eorzean and Eastern alliances, and are inextricably involved with the crises presently afflicting the world at large.
Yes, because watching the people we care about dying and trying to find out how to stop that is such a fucking crime. Eat my fucking asshole. I hate this guy so much.
Loose in our city.
Loose.
These warmongers sought to meddle with and expose matters of state secret. What are they, if not a dire threat to be expelled?
If they were so secret, how did we know, since we're such foreigners? They weren't very secret, now were they?
You have tarnished the good name of the students. Galuf would be ashamed.
Ashamed of you guys. Get him, Krile!
Galuf Baldessian was never one to forsake his fellow man. Even if this nation closed every door and retreated from the world, he would have found a way to help the Scions, help every soul of this star fight back against the coming doom.
Get him, Krile! You're too nice, but get him!
A terrible enemy stands poised to lay waste to all we hold dear. In the face of such madness, Eorzea reached out to Sharlayan, a respected ally, in the hopes of forming a united front. Was your curt dismissal truly the best you could offer? Or are you so preoccupied with your momentous duty of an age long past that even the end of the world is unworthy of your attention?
Whence came this revelation?
From the mouth of a forum member within fortuitous earshot.
Then it seems your findings support my own. The reason I visited the restricted shelves was to study records of the Forum's policymaking process, to better understand the historical trends underlying their most major decisions. At first glance, the positions of neutrality in war and the accumulation of knowledge above all else appear constant and consistent, the unchanging pillars of Sharlayan society. And once upon a time, I might have left it at that. These days, however, I am more attuned to the subtleties of governance, and so I noticed something odd.
Oh yeah, he has experience with running a town, which has to do with some political decisions and shit. It wasn't all for the greater good. He had to run an actual fucking town. Get him, Graha!
From a particular point in time, the purpose of these policies shifted.
See, I'm dumb, and I can only fight with, like, my fist. These guys are nerds, and they can fight with their words. So when I can't win a battle with fists, I gotta tell my friends to get them. Just like they tell me to go get the bad guys. Get them. Verbally beat these assholes down. Prove them they're stupid and stinky.
No longer was knowledge preserved for the benefit of society. Rather, society was to be gradually reshaped to ensure the preservation of knowledge.
So I actually already knew this part because it was very weird that the books were saying the founder was like, we should benefit society with the knowledge we preserve, when all Charlene has done is gatekeep knowledge. Because if they didn't, they would be out in the world trying to spread all the education they could, in which they do not do that. In fact, they're on their little island, being little fucking losers, in their own little bubble, middle fingering the rest of the world because they're stupid or something, because they don't wish to share. Also, apparently the astrologian line pretty much says this, and I haven't done it yet, but kind of already got this shit. You can't say, for the benefit of mankind, but then say, fuck you, mankind, go burn in hell. It doesn't work that way.
The most conspicuous and telling change was the one which befell Labyrinthos. Once little more than an oversized storehouse, an enormous allocation of funds saw it transformed into an advanced research and archival facility.
Excuse me.
I also discovered a fascinating account on the finances of our Dravanian colony.
Oh, did they take the money from that?
The settlement attracted students from far and wide, and the connections and tuition fees thus acquired were funneled into further improvements for the archives.
And not the settlement, to better benefit those who have paid. It's kind of like when I go to college and I pay a lot of fucking money. I know what I'm trying to say and I'm stupid. Right? And then, like, still have to pay for every goddamn thing, while the president of the college gets a fucking bonus. Like, bitch, what do you even fucking do around here? Besides piss everyone the fuck off. Literally, we had a new president of our college that I went to come in, and you know how you're supposed to make more money as you work, right? You get raises and blah, blah, blah. This fucker, she comes in after the old president who's been there for like 20 years, making more money than him leaving as she comes in. The protest was very fun. We literally made a cake for her, telling her to leave. But she didn't show up for the cake, and we were like being recorded for like local news, and we're like, we made this cake, but she didn't show up. And the cake was fucking good as shit. Sorry, I'm off a tangent, but like, I hate elitist scum. Ah!
There is no question that our nation's progress is tied to the acquisition of wisdom. Nevertheless, the vast resources diverted for this purpose borders on the obscene.
Get him.
But returning to the matter of when, our change in course appears to have been made some 270 years ago.
I don't know what's going on back then.
The very same period when Sharlayan scholars in the hinterlands began a formal study of the ethereal sea.
Oh. So what did we find in the ethereal sea?
You found something, did you not? And whatever it was, gave rise to your oh-so-important duty.
I love the sarcasm she attempts. Oh, so important. Because she's not very expressive.
Mind your tongue, Archon. If you had seen...
Yes. We are bound by a duty we cannot ignore. Knowing this, what would you have us do? Abandon our vital work and join you on the field of battle? We will never choose the way of the sword. We will fulfill our mission, not through strife and bloodshed, but survival. Come what may, we shall live on. We must.
Do as you must, then. But we Scions will fight until the heavens fall, until our last breath.
Such misguided zeal.
Why don't you say that with your chest, you punk?
Father, Master Fortuner, I fail to understand the stance you have elected to take. But by the same token, I have yet to find a compelling argument to counter the challenge you put to us in Gridania. Still, in the midst of my uncertainty, I must trust in myself to do what is right, as others have chosen to trust in me.
I fight for my friends!
So I will continue, as I always have, weighing the consequences of my every action, and allowing my hope for the future to inform my decisions.
That's quite enough. Have you all forgotten the reason for this assembly?
Yes.
Skolok Monteshane. He's the head of the Studium and an old friend of my grandfather's.
Honestly, every discussion devolves into some interminable debate. Terrible habit. Let's return to the topic at hand, By their own admission, these scions have resolved to fight alongside the Eorzean nations against the doom which swift approaches. But there exists no evidence of an attempt to incite our citizens to do the same.
Yeah, get 'em, old man.
While our decision may well have been the correct one, we cannot simply bull our way through these disagreements without inviting doubts or objections. Put yourselves in their place. Who among you would leave a tome unopened if an elder forbid you read it with no reason given? Now, if we're to quell further discontent, then we must conclude this matter with a fair and even hand.
This man. Holy man. Well, okay, and that bum boy. I'll take those two. Fuck this other.
We will have order.
Fuck this entire island. Burn it down.
Master Monteshane raises some valid points. Keeping such concerns in mind, I propose we enforce the following measures. Until further notice, the students of Baldessian are to cease any and all activities within the domain of Sharlayan. You will also refrain from any further investigation into the Forum's decisions and duties. Failure to comply with these restrictions will result in the immediate expulsion of your Scion associates. Let us put this judgment to a vote. All in favor, raise your...
You can't count the people behind you, idiot.
I count 51 for and 48 against. The proposal is passed.
That is not a big margin. Did they want worse or less for us?
Students, scions, you have heard the Forum's judgment. Pray abide by it, or face the consequences. Honored members, I thank you for your time. This inquiry is concluded.
I still don't know. So what am I not allowed to do? Activities? Is that what you said? I'm not allowed to do activities now? I don't understand. I'm too dumb. I'm not allowed to go to the library, I think. I don't know. Well, at least we've been allowed to remain in the city. Also, the old man said we shouldn't expect them not to do this stuff without, or we shouldn't expect them to follow our rules without an explanation, and yet they gave us those fucking same rules. Don't do it, Without an explanation. So why shouldn't I go read a book? Just saying. I still don't know. And our endless investigation has not been in vain. We now know that this mysterious duty of theirs began with whatever the Forum discovered in the ethereal sea. Hey, you know who hangs out there? Heidelin. We should probably ask her. If we get the chance. With our freedom so sorely curtailed, however, we will struggle to learn more of substance here in Charlian. Yeah, this place sucks. The overall picture has grown clear. But that's in spite of the Forum being so maddeningly vague about their duties of theirs. Why are they so reluctant to explain their actions in plain words? Survival. Come what may. His father's work so vital that it takes precedent over his own family. Alphino? Alize? Is that you? It is you. Oh. Oh shit. Is that? When I heard you'd been dragged from the Forum, I came as swiftly as I could. I am so very glad they allowed you to stay. Mother! I'm trying to... Emilien's Louviere at your service. And you fine people must be the scions of the Seventh Dawn. How lovely it is to finally meet you. Mother, please, we don't wish to make things difficult for you. If word reaches father that you were here... Oh, bother that. I am to be chastised for speaking to my own children. I am well aware that you and Master Fuckface are not in the best of terms at the moment, but I've been absolutely desperate to see my darlings again. You will come by the house, won't you? I have gifts waiting. The timing couldn't be better. As matters stand, we shan't be going anywhere until we discuss matters with Thancred's group and reconsider our options. Go, visit your home. We will be back at the Annex when you are ready to rejoin us. I'm not sure Mivlo, what do you think? Mivlo? The Mivlo? Huh, what a splendid day this has turned out to be. Champion of Eorzea, I insist that you join us. How are you married to their father? How did you mother his children? You're nothing... You are complete opposites. How? But we must be quick about it. Not for my own benefit, but should my husband return and find you enjoying our hospitality, our servants will be made to suffer the consequences. Mivlo, if you would be so kind to escort my children to my estate? Should I change my clothes? And then she was gone. And with her any opportunity to protest. Indeed. The matter is settled. Enjoy yourselves, you three. I have a feeling this is gonna be awkward AF. Oh boy! I'm gonna wear something a little more... covering? My apologies. My mother is not the one to take no for an answer. Still, I am relieved even, to see her in such high spirits. What say you, Mivlo? Though it seems that we have little enough time to enjoy it, will you accompany us to visit our home? Fine. If we're going, then let us get this over with. But be sure to stay in the entrance hall. No peeking through our private chambers, thank you very much. Why ever not? Your room is always perfectly neat and tidy. Everyone has things they'd rather keep to themselves, don't they? Cherished mementos you couldn't bring yourself to throw away. Childhood toys. Oh, never mind. The Livia estate is this way. Straight down the stairs. Come on. Let's go, kids. I know where it's at. As children, Alphino and I would often wait here for our father to come home from work. It must have been a day when his meeting ran long, because I remember growing restless and leaning over the railing to watch the rushing water go by. Father, of course, arrived at that exact moment, came pounding down the path in a panic, crying out my name. When Alize and I were little, the bridge was as far as we were permitted to wander alone. I say alone, but my mother or a servant was always somewhere nearby, watching a watchful eye. Keeping a watchful eye, not watching a watchful eye. And now look at us, traveling to different continents. Different worlds, even. That's... God. If you told your parents that you were, like, whisked out of your body and could have possibly died from that multiple times, you know what? Let's just keep World War I trenches out of that conversation, too. Probably not a good idea. Nope. Oh, yes, this is where I first practiced magic on an actual person. Alice had fallen, you see, and scraped her knee quite badly, so I tried casting a simple restorative spell I had only just learned. How she smiled when the wound closed. The joy and relief that was, I believe, the very moment I chose the healing arts as the main subject of my studies. Aww. We used to come here all the time with grandfather. In summer, I would dip my hands and feet in the fountain and splash about. Not Alphino, though. Even back then, he wasn't very fond of playing in water. He'd make any excuse to avoid it. Which would explain why I came to swim like an auk, and he sinks like a stone. Oh my god. Alright, we're here. And by the way, these are my kids, lady. I will not have you assume parenthood, since you haven't even seen them for like a year or two. I don't know how time works in this game. And here you are at last. Please, do come in.
Welcome home, my lady.
Oh, it's fucking voice. Don't stare with your mouth open.
What are you gawping at?
You know what? Don't worry about it. I'm gonna say that as my crafter. This place is fucking huge. I lived in a tree.
Oh, gods, please don't. It makes me feel like a spoiled princess.
Because you guys are spoiled brats. Please don't forget.
Lord Fortuneau is not to hear of this visit. And I should also like the children to have their gifts, ere my husband makes his return.
As you wish, my lady.
Master Alphino, Mistress Alice, if you'd accompany me upstairs.
We shan't be long.
If your dad comes home, what should I do? Hide in a bush?
The twins have been sending letters home from time to time, recounting their latest adventures. I am sure they withhold certain details, of course, if only to keep me from worrying.
Yeah, hopefully they didn't mention the trenches.
Yet a mother worries all the same. In the early days especially, I tried to support them as best I could, sending the Scion's coin and other such donations. Fortunately, they have found the strength to overcome adversity time and time again. Their words grow more confident with every letter, their depictions more vivid. The triumphs and defeats, the joys and sorrows. It is clear that they have come to find value in every experience. But of those they treasure most, it would seem that meeting you might be the most impactful. Why, since that fateful day, I do believe there has not been a single missive in which you were not mentioned by name. "'Tis plain they care for you, and I am glad they have such a steadfast companion watching over them. Under normal circumstances, I would offer you tea, but alas, these are anything but. In any event, why don't you keep me company whilst we await my children's return? Perhaps you might regale me with a tale or two of your exploits."
Sure.
When you mentioned gifts, I wasn't sure what to expect. Mother,
Oh, look how well it fits you. And the style is to your liking?
I was wondering when they're gonna get new outfits.
It's perfect. Exactly what I would have chosen. But please, tell me you had something different made for Alphino.
That would be so weird.
Naturally. You are hardly little children anymore. And while I shall miss dressing you in those precious matching outfits, I must respect the individuals you have grown to become. See for yourself.
Thank you for the splendid clothes, Mother. Stylish, comfortable, and eminently practical.
I am so glad you like them.
Oops, I didn't mean to do that.
If you'd allow me, Master Alphino.
Wait. Are these...
A sage's tools of the trade. They belonged to your father.
He won't be looking for him, don't worry about it.
Though he may as well be chained to his desk these days, as a student he was often called upon to venture into the field. He wielded those armaments, both to heal and to harm in no few battles. None so fierce as those you two have braved, perhaps, but battles nonetheless. Thus did I pull them out of storage, to show you that he was not always the man who stands in vehement opposition to you now. And also because it would be a terrible waste of ridiculously expensive House Leveilleur commissioned artistry. I am told these devices are quite difficult to master, but someone of your extensive experience should soon have them darting about with grace and aplomb. May the wisdom in that crystal serve you well. And please, try to find common ground with your father, that you might come and go without need for this awful subterfuge.
We will, Mother. I promise.
My final gifts to you, before you run off, are an observation and a suggestion. Firstly, Fortuno has ever been a serious man, but it was only after you were born that he truly lost himself in his work.
Wow.
I may not know the Forum's inner workings, but I know your father's. The timing of that change in him holds some significance. Secondly, do not seek to best your father with words.
Ah, so, you know, throw him in a locker. Got it.
Far better that you simply show him. Let him discover the merit of your actions, after they cannot be undone.
Oh, Mother.
We shall take your wisdom to heart. Thank you again for these gifts, and farewell for now.
Safe travels, my children. Eat well, stay warm, and keep your friends close.
Yeah, let's get out of here before your dad shows the fuck up. Ugh. Thank you for indulging Mother's request. I can see it meant a lot to her. And I, shall refrain from inquiring as to the content of your private conversation. Our visit was all too brief, for now, however. It will have to suffice, as will these tokens of home that we carry with us. These gifts will help us remember who we are and whence we came. But enough sentimentary. Dummy. Sentimentality? Okay. Let us return to the annex and rejoin our companions. Okay. I don't know how I feel about the outfits. I am glad that Alphina's a sage now, because, like, oh my god. Still using a carbuncle? Come on, man. I'm casting Cure? Or whatever it was. Ugh, I have to... Wait, I probably should have just gone to the crystal. I'm so... Oof! The biggest of oof. Back to being a monk. Alright. This will be the last one. For the night. I guess this is shorter because we had the beginning of Endwalker and the old men. Sad old men. So, this was just these guys. Enjoyed your time at the Livier's, I hope. I would ask how the twins fared, but the new outfits tell the tale. I only hope that we can help them reconcile with their father, and that they might return home one day with their heads held high. In the meantime, we edge ever closer to the secret of the Forum strives to hide, and the flower bequeathed to you by Hydaelyn is sure to guide us going forward. I'm confident that once we have heard your report from Thavnir will be equipped to plot our next move. Hey, level up. I don't know where that goes. Let's see something real quick. We already did that one. Oh, well, I guess we could do the next 3 quests, because that will finish off the level 80. Wait, what? Oh, there's only 3 level 81 quests, and then it goes to 82. These were all 80s. That's funny. Yeah, let's do that. Let's finish the 81 quest, because there's only 3, and then we'll stop there. Sounds Gucci gang. It's only 10 o'clock anyways. Although it is a 3-hour stream. That's not bad. I thought it was 2 hours because I can't tell time. I'm not very bright. Hello? Hello? I would like to have this. Oh, well. I have broken... I have broken my computer somehow. Okay. Wow. No, we're gonna fucking end it then, because if you're gonna be weird, can I even? It's just not where. What's happening? Oh no! I can't press the Streamlab button. Why? What happened? What is happening? Nani? Alright, give me a minute. Why are you like this? Okay, there we go, I fixed it. I just had to Control-Alt-Delete. Control-Alt-Delete fixes all things. Oh god, these are gonna have to get split up. They're way too fucking long. They're way too long. Oh my god, why are they so long? Well, if we're gonna split them anyways, yeah, let's end it here. Yeah. I was just looking at the sections and like, it's literally gonna be like a stream per level almost. I mean, except for 81 because there's only 3 things to it, but like, there's a lot of content apparently, unless they're super short. But yeah, the twins got a new outfit. Let's look at these real quick. I don't know, Alphino. I think I like I like your older outfit. The weird it's like they took the little gap between her pants and her shoes and they're like, let's do it for his gloves. I'm like, how about you don't though? It's really bizarre. Wow, that would annoy me. I would try to pull that up constantly. Oof. I'm not sure how I feel about the one piece underneath. Oh. I like the jacket? Kind of? I don't know, if they just... I wouldn't mind the crop jacket, right? Just cut this part off. I think that would have been fine. The rest of the jacket's kind of cute. And these are fine. And the boots are fine. I think this would have been better off as a 2-piece somehow. I don't know, something about it's weird. For Alphino... I don't like these. I don't like it. I just don't like it. Something weird about his whole ass outfit. I don't know. I guess it's just gonna have to grow on me. Like, from here, it's fine. I like that part. Wait, let me look at your shoes, buddy. What are the... Sorry. What are the... Wait, what are those? Why does it look like there's a shoe in your shoe? Bro, take those off. Put your old shoes on. God, kids are so fashionably inept. Not that I'm doing much better, but like, ugh, come on. What are those? These are fine. I like thigh-high boots anyways. Why do you have shoe in your shoe? Why is there 2 layers of shoe? Alphino, what the fuck? Also, I don't know how I feel about like the constant... He's got like the... It's not puff shoulders, it's puff elbows? Like, what? And then it happens again at the knees? Kid. Man, I can't wait for Dawn Trail when you get a new outfit. God, I hope you get a new outfit. Yeah, this jacket's fine from behind. I just kind of wish it didn't get cut off here if it was going to exist, right? I wish it was here or not at all. So, I don't know. Anyways, I do like his sage arm laser things. I want those. If I push you into a locker, can I steal your weapon? Anyways, we're gonna stop here after I ridicule my kids. See, that's how you know I'm the better parent. I would have picked better outfits for him. Just saying. Anyway, we're gonna call it. And I hope you all have a good night, and I will see you tomorrow with a non-Final Fantasy game. I think it's, what's it called? I'll pull it up. I'll try to pull it up. I'm literally trying to pull this bitch up. Wow, Final Fantasy is being very fucking rude. Fine. Damn, get out of here. It won't get out of the way. So I can look at Steam. So I'm just gonna get out of here. What are we playing tomorrow? We are playing Route 96 or Road 96. It's about a game where you try to leave the country, and apparently it's like different every time you play it. So that'll be fun. But I will see you all tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Bye everyone. Have a good night. Have a good weekend.